Hello students, welcome back to my channel Essential English with Ridvan. I'm so excited to teach you the verb was, were in today's video. So keep watching. Before we start, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed and get your free exercises lesson from the description underneath this video. Let's get started. Was, were. Okay, in this lesson we'll learn how to use past tense of the verb to be. Was and were, it's past tense of the verb to be. Okay, now as you know, the verb to be is really important verb. So in this lesson we'll learn how to use the word was and were correctly in English. Now this is a beginner's lesson, but even if you are at any level and you just want to review the basics, this lesson will help you. So let's get started. So the verb to be, of course, can be used in present, in the past, and also in the future. But in this lesson we are focusing on how to use it in the past, was and were. I'm going to just review very quickly how to use it in the present, but I think you already know that, okay, right? Let's talk about Robert. Was sleeping last night and here he is at work. So Robert is at work right now. At midnight last night he wasn't at work. Well, of course he was sleeping. He was in bed. He was asleep. What does it mean? Right now Robert, present simple, is at work, but at midnight, before now, he wasn't at work. Of course he was at home. He was in bed. Of course he was in bed. What he was doing there? He was asleep. Okay, let's move on. The next examples you see here, it's also part 1. Before we start our examples, we have to look at here. You see, with I we use was, is becoming was. With we, you, they, with plural we have to use were, and with he, she, it we have to use was. I, he, she, it was. We, you, they were. So am is in present becomes was in the past. Let's look at some examples. I am tired. You see, I am tired right now. I was tired last night. Was tired, with I we use was. Where's Kate? Now we are asking, and where was Kate yesterday? Yesterday, and we used here was. So is becomes was, am becomes again was. So for example, again, the weather is good today. The weather was good last week. Okay, but what does it mean past? The past can be yesterday, last week, last month, 5 years ago. At any time before now is the past. Okay, the weather is good today, now. That's why we have to use is. The weather was good last week, before now. That means it's past simple. That's why we have to use was. She's in London today. It's present. She's in London today. Yesterday she was in Paris. What does it mean? Yesterday, you see here, yesterday. That's why we have to use was, past simple. Okay, it's the main difference between present and the past. And what's the pattern here? What do we say? I know you see the pattern. The pattern is that all of these became was. You see, am became was, is became was, because with I, he, she, it we have to use was, and with we, you, they, we have to use were. Okay, let's move on to part 2. Are. Okay, you see here, are present, verb past. You are late. We are talking about this part. We, you, they, were. You were late yesterday. In present, in the past. You are married today. Yesterday, you were single. What does it mean? You, with you, we use are. That's why in the past, we have to use were. They aren't here now. Are plus not. They weren't here last Sunday. Past simple, were plus not, weren't. It's just like that. Okay. Last year, Joy was 22, so she is 23 now. Was in the past, is now 23. When I was a child, I was scared of dark. When I was a child, before now, I was scared of dogs. Right now, I'm not scared, but in the past, I was, and here also I was. The main pattern is here, are becomes were. That's all. In present, if we used you are married, in the past, you were single. In present, if we use I am tired, in the past, I was tired. That's pretty easy. Let's move on to the next part, part 3. We were hungry after the journey, but we weren't tired. Negatives. We were hungry after the journey, but we weren't tired. We just added not, verb plus not, weren't. That's easy. The hotel was comfortable, but it wasn't expensive. The hotel was comfortable yesterday, and yesterday it wasn't, for example, expensive. Was plus not becomes wasn't. Just like that. You see? And we build questions also like present simple. Was the weather nice when you were on holiday? The weather, it means the proper pronoun for that, it, so that's why was. Your shoes are nice. Were they expensive? Your shoes are nice, because plural, are nice. And he asking after some time, were they expensive? Because they, plural, that's why we have to use were. Why were you late this morning? Again, in the questions, question word, and to be, in the past, subject, and the additional part of speech. Why were you late this morning? Because, for example, now, evening, and we are asking about past action in the morning, okay? Okay, the most popular. And the pattern here is we, from positive, have to make negative. Was plus not, wasn't. We have to add on the not. Were plus not, here. Were plus not, weren't. We have to add not here, and that's all. And let's look at some short answers. Were you late? And here he is answering, no, I wasn't. And again, we have to look here, were, it's our helping verb. So if we're asking you, that means you have to say, no, I wasn't. And with I, of course, we have to use was, not weren't. Was Nick at work yesterday? And you have to answer yes. For example, yes, he was, or maybe no, he was, and plus not. No, he wasn't. And again, the last question. Were Elena and Sam at the party? Why were? Because Elena is she and Sam is he. Elena and Sam is plural. With they, we have to use were. That's why were Elena and Sam at the party? You can say either no, they weren't, because with they, we have to use were plus not. No, they weren't. Either you can use no, they weren't, or yes, for example, yes, they are, like that. But again, you cannot contract here, there. You cannot say like that. Only like that. Yes, they are. But in the negative, weren't. You can contract it, and you have to contract it, because in spoken English we have to contract it. It was the end of the part 3 and also the end of our today's lesson. That's why good job, guys. I know you're a serious student. I know you're it was the end of the part 3 and also the end of our today's lesson. So good job, guys. Enjoy learning English. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button if you didn't do that already, so you don't miss out on future content. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.